Hi everyone, this is For the Love of Comics. We're out of the house again into Chicago, hopefully hitting a couple comic book stores. We initially had 5 stores planned for today, but given the distance between them, as well as the fact that it's quite a rainy, blustery day, we've decided to take a more manageable approach. So, Challengers Comics, Quimby's, and Myopic Books. Those are the 3 that we have on the docket for today, planned by Ashwita over here, who sort of mapped out our route and itinerary for the day. How far we are able to execute that remains to be seen. So far, so good. We are only an hour behind schedule leaving the house. I am, of course, very self-conscious when I'm out and about with a camera. The fact that it's a deserted road right now allows me to shoot what little shooting I'm doing, but I'm going to take permission from people to shoot around there. I may not do a lot of talking. Someone's approaching us, so I'm going to turn off the recording right now. Bye.
We are headed in on the blue line to Challengers Comics, and according to my phone, there should be a train arriving in 6 minutes.
We're now in the train on our way into Chicago.
And that's where my mic levels went all awry, which is why I'm going to be offering the commentary from the present day, 2 or 3 weeks later, back in India, back in FtLoC headquarters. We made our way into the city and our first stop, Challengers Comics, which was a clean, well-lighted place, very spacious, but also very efficiently packed with comics, single issues on one side and trade paperbacks and bound volumes on the other, the newest ones being against the 2 extreme walls. There was a small section for toys, a back issue collection that seemed quite formidable. I didn't get into it too much. A corner for comic book supplies like boards and bags. And just plenty of comics. The kind of place where you could spend hours browsing, which is what we did. I think 1.5 hours of our time was spent over there. From Challengers Comics, Ashwita and I picked up 1 hardcover, 1 paperback, 1 heavily discounted TPB, $4 or $5 issues, and 3 magazine-sized comics also from the dollar bin. I'll be doing a follow-up live stream video in which I'll look at all of these as well as other new acquisitions in more detail. Right now, it's just a count. After that, we grabbed a quick lunch, then hopped on the train 1 step back and walked over to Myopic Books, a lovely, large, almost 3-story used bookstore. Unfortunately, Myopic Books does not allow photography inside it. I wish I could have shown you just how charming and old-timey this bookstore felt. There was a section for comics and graphic novels, which is where I spent most of my time. I did pick up 2 hardcovers and 2 paperbacks used at very good prices, as well as a number of prose books that Ashwita picked up and a couple of tabletop role-playing games, old books that I found interesting. From Myopic Books, we walked over a couple of blocks to Quimby's, the famous bookstore that we visited several times in the past. And unfortunately, Quimby's does not allow photography in there either. Quimby's is a much smaller place than either Myopic Books or Challengers Comics, but a much more open place. And the real draw of it is really the small press and self-published zines. From Quimby's, I picked up 2 issues of a zine and a single issue I've been looking for. So by this time, it was getting quite late, so we took the train back home. And that would have been the end of it, except my brother-in-law the next day very kindly offered to drive us into the city so that we could make our way to Alleycat Comics, another store like Myopic and like Challengers that has been recommended to me by the viewers of this channel. That was really nice of him because it was quite far away from where we were, but we took the scenic route there. And even though we found the pin on the map, it took us a minute to locate the store. True to its name, you have to go down this deep alley to find yourself at this marvelously cavernous bookstore. We talked to the owner, or the owner's husband as he identified himself, and he told us that they'd been here for about 13 years and this was converted from, I think, an antique car garage. There was so much to see and discover over here, which was beautifully organized and a wonderfully designed space as well, including the coolest back issue long boxes I've seen, which automatically made them the coolest dollar bins I'd seen. Then we discovered boxes of graphic novels at 50% or even more discount, which is how I ended up with 10 books from Alleycat Comics. I'll look at each of these books as well as some books that I picked up from Amazon and eBay in an upcoming live stream. So if you're interested in that, consider subscribing or turning on all notifications if you're already subscribed. Thank you to my patrons and my YouTube members who encourage me to make different kinds of videos, and thank you all for watching and for your recommendations. These books and these destinations have been largely fueled by what has come from you. This has been For the Love of Comics. I'll be back very shortly with a mega haul live stream. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you at the next video.